In the short time that Jamie Rubin has been the Commissioner of HCR, it's become clear that he will be an important commissioner in the agency's history. He is set to carry out an ambitious housing plan for the state of New York, and the agency has shown its commitment to affordable, supportive, sustainable housing. I've known Jamie a long time and know a fair amount about him as a public servant, as a business person, as a father and a husband. He is a tremendous guy. He's got one good degree and one bad one, one from Harvard and one from Yale. But nonetheless a smart guy who's driven by his love of public service, which makes it fitting today that he is here to receive an award named for Roger Starr. The housing policy of New York State is in good hands with the energy and commitment Jamie has brought. He showed those qualities during his time running the state storm recovery office, when he was at HUD and in the Clinton White House. We know New York will be better off for his leadership in this state. It is my pleasure on behalf of the board of CHPC to present the 2016 Roger Starr Public Service Award to Commissioner Jamie Rubin.
In Rich's honor, I took off my tie. He gave me a hard time last time I saw him about never wearing a tie, and I had a tie today, and I took it off for you, Rich.
Thank you.
No problem. So thank you for having me. All the prior awardees this afternoon, with I guess the exception of Capital One, which is an institution, but came with deep histories in this field. Some came with their families. I have neither. I mean, I have a family, but I didn't bring them. I got nothing really. So what I have is a couple of really nerdy inside baseball volume cap quips. So here you go. In keeping with Rich's thematic approach to today's afternoon, which he announced at the beginning, Vicky Bean and Gary Rodney don't get their desserts until they ask my permission. I'm pretty sure Vicky was laughing. And for the sponsors, I'm sorry to tell you that the cost of your sponsorship is going up by 25% to emulate the cost of a prevailing wage. So I apologize for that. You may want to take it back out of the raffle bag, particularly when you see that they spent the money on that video. Anyway, I think that was basically it for the nerdy volume cap jokes. More seriously, Richard, thank you for the kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to obviously congratulate my fellow honorees who really do represent an extraordinary period of accomplishment. Jeffrey Maridel, I've only recently met both of them, but they are clearly extraordinary in this field, and the teams at Community Investment Banking, and of course Louise Carroll, who just brought off such an extraordinary victory. I'm honored to share the stage in the afternoon with all of you. I do want to begin by thanking Geraldine, the board of directors, and the staff of CHPC for the incredible work that you do. I have known Richard, as he said, for many years, mostly as a parent. He's not my parent, but we are both parents. When I started here in this office 10 months ago, I also found out what I had not known previously, which is that he is one of the most knowledgeable people in any room in the world of affordable housing. He is also always the funniest guy in the room, and he's shown that this afternoon. Geraldine is a more recent friend, but I certainly admired her from a distance long before I had the opportunity to meet with her. When I accepted the HCR job in early 2015, I quickly realized that knowing nothing about affordable housing finance was going to be something of a handicap. I am an autodidact, so I pulled together some core documents, notably CHPC's paper, Pump Up the Volume, and it turned out to be probably the best, seriously the best and most concise intro to how bonds actually work, and I thank you, in all seriousness, I thank you for that. It is still on my desk. Since then, I've taken the time to read much of the other work that CHPC has published in the last few years. Not surprisingly, it is always on point and provocative, like I've found Geraldine is, in a sector that is increasingly political, policymakers like we are rely more and more on the neutral voices like CHPC. I urge you to keep up the great work, and I thank everyone for your support of CHPC. Of course, I am honored to accept this award really on behalf of all of the dedicated HCR employees who work to make affordable housing a reality for New Yorkers across the state. Many of them are here today, and I thank you. It is, of course, a privilege to receive this particular award, which was named after Roger Starr. We've heard some about him today, a courageous and outspoken leader and scholar on urban issues. He inspired policy debates that shaped the current state of New York City, and as a champion of public housing, urban renewal, and a former executive director of CHPC, I'm sure he would recognize the importance of the work that HCR is doing in New York City and throughout the state. As you know, Governor Cuomo announced in January a major new commitment to affordable housing, $10 billion and 100,000 statewide units preserved or developed over the next 5 years. We are close to securing that money. The budget passed last week requires us to agree with the Senate and the Assembly on a memorandum of understanding, and I am confident that that will happen in due course. What due course means exactly, I guess we'll all find out. Of course, as you know, HCR is already functioning at an extraordinarily high level, as evidenced by the record years that we've posted in 2014 and 15. But we know that the goals our demanding governor has set call for some changes, and we have spent the last several months reviewing everything that happens at this agency in an effort to work even more effectively with all of you in this room. It is an exciting time to be in this field, an exciting time to be at HCR, but we can't do it without your help. I urge all of you to pitch in. Come talk to us. My door, as you know, is always open. We're always looking for advice. We're looking for for you to tell us how we can better do things. Geraldine certainly has found the time to do that, and I hope others will as well. I thank you for this award, and I thank you for this afternoon.